Hello, Cancer. This is a timeless love variant reading of yours. Excuse me, where we discuss however love may be absent or present in your life, or you may just be here because you caught a vibe and seeing whether or not anything within the storytelling time is yours. Please bear in mind a few of the details while we get ready for your reading, that I am a Master 7th, aka 7th, that reads these energies for you. Should you want to know who she is, what she has to offer, and what I am all about, there is a link in the description box below for some detail. For a bit of clarity, I am a master healer that provides remote wellness and or tarot intuitive insights. There are other various links within the description box to help you navigate this channel and gain access to my sister channel. For this reading may provide you universal justice. Should you be here in Cancer, being in your Sun, Rising, and or Jupiter position. However, should it be anywhere else that you're aware of, you may be in search of emotional redemption or just in general could benefit from the content over on my sister channel. The link can be found below. Bear in mind that this is not a one-to-one reading. However, this is a general collective insight of storytelling time. Use your discernment to take all of that which belongs to you and to leave the rest behind. All right, we're going to get into your reading. Cancer. I think the world of your universe is asking you to anoint thyself and feel enriched in the process of doing so and learning how to. There is a focus on maybe attire, a change of attire, a change of style. Whether that be in the way that you change your hair in any form or any way, whether it's changing your clothes, it could also mean getting back out there into the field of social engagement. I do feel that there is a monotone, a monotonous energy within family, more or less the family that you've created, not the family that you're born in. That there are many times when I feel that I'm in this silence. There is more or less an attitude that doesn't want to be revealed. So we have to more or less generate an assumption based on why that energy doesn't want to be revealed. And it's hidden in the quest of how you been getting along with how you impersonalize your own form and function towards your own acceptance and knowledge of personal faith and belief. It is something that has been in your field of universes to the energies of seventh that reads these energies for you, Cancer. This has been an ongoing mantra in the recurring readings of that of which I read for when I zone into this ego sun sign of Cancer. You can find parallels of the same story coming up in almost every of your love variant readings, and it's pressing on contingencies towards it being faith aligned, faith based, and you having had a journey within that, finding measurements of glee, exploiting them, worshiping for them, advocating for them. Yet then there's misery. And the energies that I read for are very pissed that this misery is even there. There's an awkward form of feeling of intuitive intuitive interpretation that makes me feel that Cancer is looking at their own faith via the lens of themselves and feeling guilty. So they want to pay forward in how they have achieved their successes, their internal successes, and teach others how to do the same. On the surface level, there is nothing wrong with that. On a spiritual level, I see at least the energies that I read for being pissed that that's being done, because there is a choosing of what's beneficial for Cancer rather than reality, honesty. Truth is always in the pudding, but the honest measurement is that the person making the pudding is the one that's honest. I feel like there's a dishonesty in the way that you carry your physical self into your reality and expose in your secret maneuverings, more like High Priestess, that's why the Hierophant is also here, quality of being a preacher, for that's why the High Priestess isn't here. She doesn't preach. Yet there's a way that you preach, and I feel like you're making up for something that in secret you feel guilty about. It comes a lot across as, look at that, Ten of Swords. You feel guilty about something. Something hurts. For a lot of you, this is going to be cognitive dissonance, because all of faith and religion is based off of this feeling. The fruits of thy labor and the fruits of your decisions have granted you all your blessings, all your positive, all your accolades. Your family, you wished upon, you manifested. You understand that. Like, so deeply, Cancer, I don't care to nurture the emotional self. This is not an emotional redemption reading. This is a universal justice reading. Please understand the channel that you're on and whom seventh is more or less, again, or what seventh is more or less entertaining when she bypasses your emotions and doesn't care more or less how you feel in doing so in the process, because your emotions are the reasons why you may be here to this reading, gaining and desiring some form of clarity. And in doing so, with a stranger's appeal that this may be, experiencing cognitive dissonance to how well this reading may resonate with you or not. That is a decision that you will decide completely on your own. 911. You've decided every decision up to this point on your own. Two of Cups with the Star card. You understood what the message on how to manifest, on how to do a lot of ego death, a lot of sacrilegious emotions, decisions to gain pride, to gain confidence, to gain ownership of your ego. Yet there is a spiritual quest that at the same time that is contingent on why you received what you did receive, which is shadow. The shadow is a frequency you cannot get away from. It is a frequency that I, 7th, Master 7th, that reads these energies, that is a remote master healer and a tarot intuitive interpreter and a major arcana frequency developer, will not ever allow anyone for too long to get away with not addressing their shadow. It just doesn't work. You just can't. And however you feel love manifests in your life and how it may also not manifest in your life is contingent on not how you have the relationship between you and your God, yet how you advocate the truths of you and your God without being a preacher to other people who have their own versions of their own gods. Meaning they can be conflicting energies. And there's a certain group of cancers in a certain form of movement who only gravitate to energies that are of likeness with you, the same religion, the same need to like the color blue, like the color orange, and if you don't, then I more or less can't heal you. Again, Cancer, I don't know what y'all did with the vibration. I don't know what y'all did. I don't care to know the details because the result is clear. It's making me sweaty. It's making me agitated for you that there's something absolutely completely wrong in doing whatever the thing is that you thought is doing right, when the thing that you thought you're doing correct or righteously still allows you to be here. So there's a flaw. A flaw. You've realized love is the answer, and yet you're so picky and not unconditional to how you share the engagement of that, the euphoria of how you understood the vibrations of you and your God is unconditional, is non-religious based. Maybe you and your religion allows you to get a story closer to you and your God, but at the same time, the niche, the elephant in the room that I'm not addressing, that is the elephant that I've addressed in the ongoing readings for Sun Sign Ego Cancer on this channel, on your playlist, is that the elephant in the room is tarot. A lot of y'all have dabbled in tarot, which is a non-religious depiction of understanding the vibrations of ether that has been taken by religion, and a lot of you understand it, yet can't somehow be the proof in the pudding to what it is, which is not dividing. It does not divide, and I feel the ego of Cancer is dividing. And if it's dividing, not in the way that you socialize, because you have a lot of people who have different opinions, maybe a lot of people who have different political views you could still share dinner with. It's the people that you get money from. There's something in how you show up to how you get money that isn't in alignment, let's put it this way, in the way that you have received everything from the past to be a better version of now that you feel proud of. Yeah, what's the problem, Cancer? Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Tower. Again, getting it chills. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for the viewpoint of where I see it being uncomfortable for Ether, for how you made certain decisions work for you in your favor. And then at the same time, it still led you to be here. There's something wrong in your universe. How can there be something wrong if you did everything right? I think you're on a spiritual quest of maturity. A bigger quest beyond religion. King of Pentacles. And it's all stemmed with knowing thy own vessel. Your own vessel. A lot of you know about past life regressions and all different kind of stories and cultures and plots and relationships and how they can unfold, how they have unfolded, what it means to reincarnate based on having understood those messages, understanding different narratives. And I don't know if you can hear that siren of outside, you know, like the child is crying right now. That's your inner child, like having cried before, and you've given it energy and you've matured in something, and maybe tarot came in and helped you gain that maturity, for lack of a better word, but to give you some clarity. It could be anything. And this example is tarot. And if it's tarot, is huge, it's monumental. It's still a thing that is controversial, that it's never wrong, it's never right. It's political, it's love, it's hatred, it's the bookend of what could be. How things are unfolding is with you and how you choose, and a lot of you have understood that. You've understood it because there's King of Pentacles energies, to have understood the maneuverings of the disasters of Earth, what is it? The inconsistencies. The inconsistencies of life brought you to a wisdom, and then you were able to play with that wisdom, and it brought you what it is that you very much desired, and then you realize emotionally you're still somewhat in an alignment. When the answer is within you. And religion can't teach you that. Six of Wands with the Fool. You yourself teach you that. Your successes teach you that. Having to spend time with self in the confines of your eyes closed will teach you that. A lot of you have been guided to emotionally handle being able to gain security in the adventures of closing your eyes and having a better relationship with yourself that's more comfortable when you go to either to sleep or just having thoughts like the inner world. There are things that you've tried to go to. Now I see 411. Look at that, 911 to the 411, 411 to the 911. Which again are all part of patterns, rhyme and reasons, riddles, rhymes and clues and hues and choices, indecisions, non-decisions, evasive decision, fight or flight, survival, nurture, nature, that are all the part of the foreshadowings and the contradictions and ironies of the world that we exist in. And then when you understand those variables, you can manipulate those choices, because to manipulate is to man up in being a culpable situation within a situation. So you want to trigger something in order to gain something out of that. So law of attraction and law of manifestation is a form of manipulation. You've done that. You've reached a reward. You've been okayed with reaching the reward because most of that has been contingent on the resources that allowed you to learn that about your life. Yet then somehow you're back at an awkward square one, and you seem to think that you don't know how, and that's not true. There's so many evolutions that you've gone through, yet look at the maybe one singular way that you're looking at it now, which may be a narrative that you can't break the code in, because you're part of the narrative that is in the coding of making you not get closer to yourself. Again, that elephant in that situation is religion. Anyway, all that to say that those are maybe the small issues that keep coming up as to why, with me at least, seventh, again, I read these energies for you and from my perspective here, from my universe. You don't want to address this issue. Yet I think this is what is the last part that needs to be addressed, which is responsible for the whole fucking board of the game that you're on and playing, and figuring out whether or not you want to be contingent of playing it. Anyway, I'm going to leave the messages where they are. All right, I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether, this time and space, and may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.